August 25th, 2017, when Hurricane Harvey began its damaging rain in southeast Texas. Over a span of 4 days, our region received an unbelievable 48 inches of rain, 160,000 homes flooded, courtesy of Mother Nature. But how much of the damage might have been self-inflicted? Jim Blackburn is the co-director of the Severe Storm Prediction and Evacuation from Disaster Center, otherwise known as the SPEED Center at Rice University. And Jim, good to see you this morning. Your report called Houston Flooding 3.5 years after Harvey. What was the main takeaway from that report, and what should we be most concerned about?
Well, I think the biggest takeaway is that climate change is happening. We are seeing it in Harvey. We saw it back with Allison. And frankly, I think we're going to see more severe rain events in the future, and we're going to see more severe hurricanes in the future. And it's a real bona fide risk for our region, and we've got to take it seriously. We
have grown in this community as well, and that means we've paved over a lot of areas that would have been natural drainage and other kind of things that would help to impede the flow to the bayous and whatnot. What does all of this pavement do to the future for our flood potential? We're not digging up this pavement, so I can't imagine it's going to make it any better.
No, I mean, the pavement is part of our problem, but I think also we developed too close to our bayous. And with the type of rainfall we saw with Harvey, we're going to need more room for the water. So I think over time, unfortunately, we're going to have to buy out a lot of houses. And people don't want to be bought out. People like their neighborhoods, but I think as floods occur, we will hopefully have the money around to buy out those that are the deepest into these floodplains, because we need more room for water in this community.
So let's talk about climate change for a minute and the role it'll play and how we will be impacted in the years to come. The first forecast from Colorado State came out this week for this coming hurricane season, calling for a more than active normal season, 17 named storms, 5 more than average, calling for above average hurricanes, major hurricanes as well. How do you propose flood planning should take climate change into account? Because you clearly feel that it's a big part of what we should do going forward.
Oh, there's no question. And it's the hardest problem I think I've ever encountered almost in my career studying these things, because all of our past, the statistics that we depend upon are changing. And we are used to using the past as an indicator of the future. And with climate change, you can't do that. So we need new techniques, we need new concepts, and they have to be developed and developed very soon. What I would also say is that we're going to see these storms in the Gulf that may be a tropical cyclone one day intensifying incredibly rapidly. That seems to be one of the trends, is rapid intensification. And I am very concerned about evacuation not taking place because it's just a tropical cyclone. And all of a sudden, you're looking at a very, very big storm coming right at us. And people have not had time to evacuate. That's a big concern.
So what do you suggest that we all do right now as we try to get those folk who are in charge, who can make a difference, to get this higher up on their list of priorities? What do you suggest that we can all do to make a difference?
Well, I think we've got to talk honestly about climate change. We have denied it for a long time. We're now at the point where we're beginning to accept it. The state of Texas has not really jumped in as seriously as they need to, but we all need to get on the same boat. The climate is changing, and we have to address it. The methodologies that the Corps of Engineers uses for the big flood protection projects are not adequate to address climate change. I think our local thinking is not adequate to address climate change, although the Flood Control District, I think, is doing as good a job as anyone in beginning to try to adapt to this. But these are just incredibly challenging problems, and we all need to be kind of at the top of our game, and we're not always at the top of our game. We have a lot of partisan politics that get involved in these issues. You know, we need to get past that.
Money is a big deal as well. So that where's that going to come from, do you think?
Well, we're going to have to find it. And then we're going to find it at the federal level, the state level, and the local level. Because if we don't put up protections, particularly against coastal surge flooding, we could lose our whole manufacturing system over on the Houston Ship Channel. We're incredibly vulnerable to a hurricane that brings a big surge in. If I could hit 30, 40 miles down the coast, we would have seen tremendous damage up at the Houston Ship Channel, Bayport. those are the types of events that keep me awake at night and are truly worrisome. It's the big surge events. We also, of course, have the big rainfall events, but those are two different types of flooding. And of the two of them, surge flooding on the coast is violent, and it will destroy not only houses, but manufacturing facilities.
It's Houston flooding 3.5 years after Harvey. Great report, Jim. Thank you for, I'm going to put a link to your full report on the Houston Newsmakers page on clicktohouston.com. Good reading. I hope that everyone can go ahead and take a moment to go ahead and read that. Thank you again, Jim. We appreciate you.
Oh, I appreciate it, Campbell. Thank you so much.